Go ahead and call tonight's meeting to order. Let's have the roll call.
Kessler.
Here.
Kanega.
Here.
Rarden.
Here.
Ewert.
Here.
Benner.
Here.
Parton.
Here.
Crum.
Here.
Thompson.
Here.
Tonight's invocation will be given by Councilman Bitter.
Let's pray together, please. Father in heaven, we give you thanks for this beautiful day that you've given to us and for all of your goodness and your mercy upon us. Lord, we just recognize that every good and perfect gift comes from you. And we ask now that tonight in this meeting that you guide us and direct us and give us wisdom, Lord, the ability to have the wonderful things in this city that you want for us and in your will. And these things we ask in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll start with the presentation approval of minutes. Minutes of June 12th, 2017. Mr. Kessler.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of June 12th, 2017.
Second.
Motion second to approve the minutes of June 12th, 2017. Discussion. Question.
Kessler.
Yes.
Kanega.
Yes.
Rarden.
Yes.
Ewert.
Yes.
Benner.
Yes.
Parton.
Yes.
Crum.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Item 1 says to be heard. The fire department was supposed to be here. If they make it, then we'll have them do their report. Item 2, approval of license and bonds. Refuse hauler license renewal. Allen & Sons Waste Services LLC, P.O. Box 771083, Wichita. Mr. Crum?
I'll make a motion that we approve the refuge haulers license renewal for Allen & Sons Waste Incorporated, P.O. Box 771083, Wichita.
Second.
No second to approve the refuse hauler license renewal, Allen & Sons. Discussion? Question?
Kessler.
Yes.
Kanega.
Yes.
Rarden.
Yes.
Ewert.
Yes.
Benner.
Yes.
Parton.
Yes.
Crum.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Item 3, introduction of ordinance and resolutions. We have none. Item 4, notice of communications. Government body announcements. Ms. Ewert?
Yes, I have a few for the senior center. Game night will be tomorrow, Tuesday, June 27th, from 6 to 9 p.m. I just want to remind everybody that the center will be closed on next Tuesday, July 4th. No meals will be served. And then they'll be having an ice cream social on July 12th at 12:30. So come and join them.
Mr. Kessler?
I just want to let everybody know that Whistler Park was updated a few weeks ago. All the new equipment was put in there, new mulch, drainage, and a concrete apron around the equipment. So it looks pretty good. It's open for use. And a lot of kids have been over there already playing on it. And the other thing I have is 4th of July is coming up. We have a lot of things going on that day. There's a co-ed sand volleyball tournament. The registration for that is today. Ends today. The parade starts at 8:30. It'll be going from the Haysville Middle School down to the Methodist Church. The OK Kids Fishing Derby. Registration starts at 9, and fishing begins at 9:45 over in Riggs Park. It's also a reminder that starting tomorrow there is no fishing over in Riggs Pond or Riggs Lake until after the fishing derby. Frog races are 11. Raft race, all those are over at Riggs Park. Raft races over at the pool at 11:45. Water carnival at the pool from 1 to 6. Stars and Stripes obstacle course at 6. That's also over by the pool. Citizen of the Year announcement will be at 7:15 over at the band shell. Concert Groove 42, free concert from 7:30 to 9:45. And fireworks are approximately at 9:45 that evening. So come on out and have a great time.
Who's the concert on again?
It's Groove 42.
Groove 42. So if you haven't heard Groove 42, you need to come out and hear. What kind of music are they? Groovy music?
Groovy. The 42s.
Mr. Cook?
Stuff on the library, they will be closed next Tuesday on July 4th as well. The library will be, so there's be no horticulture club meeting. They meet the first Tuesday of the month, so there will be a meeting in July. Genealogy, next group meeting is at 2 o'clock on July 8th. And the next movie night is, they're having one tonight, but the next one after tonight is July 10th at 6 p.m. And that movie will be Zootopia. Haysville Healthy Habits in Haysville this Thursday will be having their sticker shock. That's where they go and they put like flyers on alcohol displays in different businesses, and it kind of explains what kind of fines and trouble you can get into if you buy alcohol for underage kids or supply. They have Main Street Liquor, Hearst Liquor, Cash Savers, and Jumpstart Station are all allowing them to do that this year, and that's this Thursday. And the mayor said it was okay. I'm going to kind of give everybody an update about maybe what some things we did in the state this year that had direct impacts on cities. And actually a lot of it has to do with what didn't happen, which was a good thing. One thing we did do, as I talked earlier in the year, we did change the law back on the political signs so that cities have control of those now. The state can't say, well, you can have everything regulated but political signs, and they can put that wherever they want. It went back like it was, so we can regulate, which we do now. So that went back to normal. One big thing that we ran into is I'm on water and environment, and the state has a water plan. A lot of people don't understand that the state has a real issue with water right now, especially in western Kansas. And there's a plan that's supposed to be funded with $8 million a year out of the general fund. And that has not been funded at all out of the general fund since 2012. So they were trying to find, we had 3 different things come to us in committee that would have added different fees to utilities. And utilities, water fees are based off of municipalities, businesses, and then agriculture. And a lot of them we had came to municipalities, which means that one of them was everybody's would go up $3 statewide, and that would help fund the water fund. Well, we managed to fend all of those off, and basically we didn't increase any fees, but at the end of budget, this year we actually managed to get $1.2 million put into the water plan. So it's prioritized what things they need to work on and stuff, and so they'll take that 1.2 and start at the top of the list and see how far they go. So we're working on that. It was also, the Senate was, which I'm not in the Senate, but they were trying to come up with a plan that would have put $3 on every utility bill. So every water, every electric, it basically would have made everybody, in Haysville, our bills would have went up $9 a month. After visiting with the League of Municipalities, visiting with the members of the Senate on that committee, some of the House members did the same. They managed to get that stopped in that Senate committee too. So a lot of things that happened didn't impact us because it was stopped. It's one thing that I found out since I've been up there is there's really, the League of Municipalities does a really good job, first off, making sure that they really do stand up for the cities in this state. I was really impressed with that. But also about how much we are actually impacted here at the city level on what can happen up there in Topeka. I just wanted to kind of let you guys know about that. We managed to stop some fees and some stuff like that, and next year I'll probably do the same thing with the league. I contacted her. I knew three things on my list, and she gave me 2 more to bring up. But a lot of it just has to do with trying to keep fees down on utilities, and that's probably going to be a battle again next year too, so I'll just try to keep everybody updated. That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay. Move on to item B, a memo to council regarding new business of Carla Williams LLC Consulting Bookkeeping, and then the Lida Group Inc. of distribution of sports equipment. Item C is thank you card from the Richard Lee Adams family. Item 5, old business, we have nothing. Item 6, other business. A, establish a budget workshop for 6 p.m. on Monday, July the 10th. Hate to say it, but it's that time of year again already. Pardon?
I make a motion we establish a budget workshop for 6 p.m. on Monday, July 10th, here at the
Second.
Have a motion second to set the budget workshop on Monday, July 10th at 6 o'clock. Discussion? Question?
Kessler,
Yes.
Kaniga,
Yes.
Rorden,
Yes.
Ewert,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Horton,
Yes.
Crum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Item B, consideration of planning commission recommendation for zoning change.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Before you, you have a consideration for a zone change for, do you want me to read the whole thing? It's pretty long. Reserve A, except beginning 15 feet west of southeast corner, north 140 feet west, 128.31 feet M-L, southwesterly 142.2 feet M-L, to southwest corner east 153.05 feet to beginning Riggs addition. Currently, this lot is zone A, single family, and the applicant requested that it be rezoned to BB 1 and 2 family, and Planning Commission went ahead and recommended approval for that. I am ready for any questions.
Questions, council? If not, do we have a motion? Mr. Crum?
I make a motion that we approve, is this the .45 acres or the .61, you know?
This is the .61.
I make a motion that we approve the zoning change as presented to us on the site size that's .61 acres.
Second.
Motion second to approve the rezone BB1 to 2 family residence on the .61 as presented. Discussion? Question?
Kessler,
Yes.
Kaniga,
Yes.
Rarden,
Yes.
Hewitt,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Parton,
Yes.
Crum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
And item C is the consideration of also recommendation of zone change.
Hello again. Before you is the rezone request for that part Reserve A beginning 15 feet west of southeast corner TH, north 140 feet west 128.31 feet M-L2 west LI, southwesterly 142.20 feet M-L to southwest corner east 153.05 feet to beginning Riggs addition. This property was initially rezoned back, or I'm sorry, this property is currently zoned light commercial, and the applicant has requested that it be rezoned to BB 1 and 2 family. And I am ready for any questions.
Mr. Kessler?
Make a motion that we approve the zoning change from D, light commercial, to BB 1 and 2 family.
Second.
Motion second to approve the zone change as presented and approved by the planning commission. Discussion? Question?
Kessler,
Yes.
Kaniga,
Yes.
Rarden,
Yes.
Hewitt,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Parton,
Yes.
Crum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Move to item D is consideration of planning commission recommendation for the park plan approval. Further along, you ready? We're to approve it, whatever changes you think you want to make, updates, whatever you want to do with it, council. Discussion?
I think there's always going to be continuing updates. Park is constantly changing. So I do make a motion that we approve the park plan as presented in our packet.
Second.
Motion second to approve the park plan as presented. Discussion? Question?
Kessler,
Yes.
Kaniga,
Yes.
Rarden,
Yes.
Hewitt,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Parton,
Yes.
Crum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item E, consideration of personnel manual changes regarding a multimedia specialist.
And in your packet, you have a memo there where I summarized the changes. And we are also looking to take this back to a full-time position. It's been part-time for the last several years. I can answer any questions you guys have.
Mr. Mayor?
I have one question about the, something that is included in the technical skills description. It says the multimedia specialist must operate camera recording and transmitting equipment. What kind of transmitting equipment do we have?
Transmitting, we have a video server that then transmits to our local channel 7 to Cox Cable.
Is that wireless?
At this time, it's not wireless.
It's not, okay. The only reason I was asking, because I was wondering if that required FCC licensing, if it's wireless, and if you have over so many watts of power, it does.
It's a hardwired.
It's hardwired.
Channel 2 cox cable. Yes.
Thank you.
Other questions, council? What would you like to do with this personal manual change? Discussion?
Make a motion, we approve the multimedia specialist job description for the city.
Second.
Motion second to change the personnel manual as to multimedia specialist. Discussion? Question?
Kessler,
Yes.
Kanaga,
Yes.
Rarden,
Yes.
Ewert,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Parton,
Yes.
Crum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Item F, consideration request for additional probing locations. You got the letter that was received. You know, we approved previous locations. In their probing, they decided they wanted to see how far this plume may have moved. That's why they're wanting additional probing locations, which will again be in the right of way, not in the people's yards. There are several, Mr. Crum.
I'll make a motion on this, but I'm curious, last time we did this, we made sure there was like a notification part in and stuff, and I'd like this to match that. Do you know what we did last time?
Well, I put that in the memo for recommendation. Same stipulations to replace or repair any properties to like or better condition and have 10 days notice given to homeowners. That's in the last paragraph of the
Okay,
memo.
okay. I'll make a motion that we allow these new probing spots as long as they follow the same guidelines we gave for the original ones as posted in the last paragraph of our proposal.
Second.
Motion second to approve the additional probing locations. Discussion? Question?
Kessler,
Yes.
Kanaga,
Yes.
Rarden,
Yes.
Ewert,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Parton,
Yes.
Crum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
G, consideration of parking lot repairs in Riggs Park and the Historic District. If you've been through those lately, you know that you need to drive real slow. So I think Tony's got a memo for you on what we're going to do over there.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Before you tonight is an agreement with South Central Sealing and Paving for a double slurry seal application at the location that the mayor mentioned. Of course, before applying of the slurry seal, the street department will mill out and patch any potholes in that area. There is one little caveat. They're trying to work a proposal with Salem Township down south, and they do not have a staging area for the equipment there. So they will provide us with a $1,500 discount if they do stage at the Public Works yard. I'm asking approval for $10,175.52, and that is not including the $1,500 discount if they do stage at our yard.
Question, council? No?
If they do end up coming and we can get that $1,500 discount, will that money go back into the roads where we're?
We just don't spend it. We only pay them $86.75.
Okay. Okay. So should we do like not to exceed?
But yeah, I think we need to do the 10,175.52,
Okay.
and then if we don't get it, we'll only pay them $67.75.52.
Make a motion that we go ahead and accept the bid for the two parking lots at Riggs Park in the historic district, not to exceed $10,175.52.
Second.
Motion second to approve the parking lot repairs as presented. Discussion? Question?
Kessler,
Yes.
Kanaga,
Yes.
Rarden,
Yes.
Ewert,
Yes.
Benner,
Yes.
Parton,
Yes.
Crum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Item H, consideration request for purchase and installation of cured in place pipe.
Also, before you denied is an agreement with Stitch-Informed Technologies regarding cured in place liner for our wastewater collection system. This is a little bit different. It's a renewable agreement. The city at any time can get out of it. They're saying the first 2 years there will not be any increases, and even the last 2 years it'll only be if we do shorter runs of rehab on that pipe. This is a specialized industry. We did have another company last year that was in town as well. They no longer do work in this area, so this is the only one we were able to get a proposal from. We have identified approximately 6,800 linear feet of sanitary sewer pipe. with a performance and payment bond of 1% for a total of $164,927.95. And this is before you for your approval.
Mr. Petter.
Make a motion we enter into a renewable term agreement with Instituform Technologies USA LLC for $164,927.95.
Second.
A second to approve the contract as presented. Discussion? Question?
Kessler,
Yes.
Knaga,
Yes.
Barden,
Yes.
Hubert,
Yes.
Spinner,
Yes.
Parton,
Yes.
Crum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item 7, department reports, Days Administrative Services. Well,
Zach is gonna come in here and give you a recap of the Haysville showcase that we had last Thursday.
so don't make it hard because no one's going to run the camera.
Ginger's going in there.
You're gonna, oh, Ginger gonna do it?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Last Thursday on the 22nd, we hosted the 30, there we go. We have the Haysville Showcase. We invited, we had a total of 30 bankers, realtors, developers, builders, all kind of come into one room. Thank you, Georgie, for letting us come into the hack there and use the new space. We had about a 45-minute luncheon with presentations from Mayor Armstrong and the school district, Dr. Burke. We then jumped on the big stagecoach Colt bus and did about an hour-long windshield tour. It was really great. There's definitely generated some new leads already. We've already scheduled 4 more tours for people who could not make the actual tour itself. I think it's the first of a few more showcases that we'll be doing, just trying to get people with fresh eyes and trying to get them in larger numbers as opposed to one at a time. So I think we changed a lot of minds, and the feedback I've gotten so far has been both positive and constructive. So I appreciate everybody for helping out. Appreciate Public Works especially. Those guys, Tony, I didn't have to ask for anything. They were all on board. So I really appreciate their time. And
How many businesses?
well, we had, I'm sorry, we had over, I think like 13 or 14 businesses maybe. Or I know it was over 10.
Local businesses showed up and
Yep.
put up a booth so that they understand there's more to the city than just
And,
what they see out
and we
there.
featured about, I think we had 6 different restaurants that all wanted to come in. So they kind of had a la carte of Haysville, so to speak. So
So it was all local restaurants.
Yep. Yeah. So thank you.
Okay, city clerk.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Just wanted to let you know we will be closed on Tuesday, July the 4th.
Chief.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. We'll start off with our visiting officer this evening is Master Police Officer Brady Simmons, currently assigned to our investigation section, so say hi to him as you go by out there. The other thing, as we've already mentioned, we have the 4th of July holiday coming up. For some people that involves blowing up stuff. So we have our firework ordinances that I wanted to remind everybody about. That firework can be sold and detonated beginning tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning until 10:30 at night. Now those hours are between 8 a.m. and 10:30 at night, June 27th through July 2nd. So people can buy them, they can detonate them during those times, those kind of things. On July 3rd and 4th, it's 8 in the morning until midnight. So during those times on July 3rd and 4th, they can detonate them a little bit later. So that way they get to do their things in the dark there. Best rule of thumb is if you buy the fireworks in Haysville, you can shoot them here. We don't want people bringing in stuff from out of state or other places that may or may not be legal in this city. We do have a few things that are a little bit different than other places. So we prefer just people buy them here, shoot them here. That way everything stays on the up and up. Another thing is you're allowed to shoot fireworks on private property, not in the street. I encourage everybody to stay out of the street. It causes traffic issues and safety issues and those kind of things. Also make sure that you shoot them on your own private property. Don't go to the parks and do it. Don't go to parking lots, city parking lots, or if you live in the apartment complexes, make sure that you check with management there as far as what they will and won't let you do there. In addition to that, 911 will be staffing their non-emergency line between July 1st and July 4th, and those times are between 6:30 in the evening until 3 o'clock in the morning. The non-emergency line is for things like firework complaints. If there's a big party, a bunch of people making a bunch of noise that shouldn't be out there, you can call that number and they can dispatch officers that way, or decide what exactly needs to be done. And again, that number is manned from 6:30 in the evening until 3 o'clock in the morning, July 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And the number to call is 290-1011. And again, that's the non-emergency line, so that way we're not clogging up our 911 lines. We're saving that for an emergency. But the other line will be available for people to call in those other things that are nuisances during the holiday. So, do you have any questions? Okay. Thank you.
Tony, Public Works.
Hello again. Some of you may have seen the street department is out milling and patching roads, white cracks. Just ask, please kind of slow down, give them some space while they do that work safely. Also, as well as everyone else, we're closed July 4th for water and wastewater emergencies. You can reach us at Haysville Dispatch at 529-5912. Thank you.
Last council meeting, I failed to thank Public Works for all the work they did on the cleanup, along with the Pride Committee. So Public Works really worked both weekends and got a lot of brush, trees, C&D, and all that out. So thank them along with the Pride Committee for all the work that Public Works does every year on that part of it. They did a really good job again this year. With that, we'll go to Recreation. George.
I don't have anything.
What? Okay, be that way. Item 8, appointments, we have none. Item 9, opportunity of citizens to be heard. Anyone that would like to come forward and speak to council? Come on up, Bruce, we haven't got anybody talking to us. You don't have to, I just thought since you're back.
Mayor and Council, I'm Bruce Cloyd at 220 Timberlane Court in Haysville. And I appreciate the approval of the zoning change, and hopefully I'll get the thing pawned off on somebody. I have over 160,000 sitting there, money going out for taxes, insurance, maintenance, and nothing coming in. So I've been doing it for too many years, and I hope we can all get it on the road.
We'd like you to get something there and get more taxes coming out. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate it. Move on to executive session and unscheduled. Item 11, bills to be paid. A, bills to be paid for the last half of June. Ms. Ewer?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion that we pay the last half of June bills.
Second.
Motion second to pay the last half of June bills. Discussion? Question?
Kessler,
Yes.
Kaniga,
Yes.
Burden,
Yes.
Ewert,
Yes.
Binner,
Yes.
Parton,
Yes.
Crum,
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.
Item 12, consent agenda. We have nothing. Item 13, council items. A, council concerns. Mr. Crum?
I got a couple. Tony, over on Timber Lane Drive, the drainage we have over there, and I always know it fills up and it gets hard, but right now I didn't know if maybe it was a little drier, we could get in there and try to knock that down a little bit. I know we need to leave it up to help filter the water out, but it's, we don't know when it's gonna be dry. When we get a chance, I'd really like to see us go over there and do that. And then, Georgie, this may be for you, I don't even remember what we call it, the rock wrap, or the rock around the pond. How long was that supposed to last? Because it doesn't look good at all. I mean,
Part of
like
it being
80% of it's gone.
Part of the rain we had in September, that, I don't know if any of you seen Riggs Park Lake, when the water was extremely high. I mean, I think it caused those rocks to actually float and then kind of go away a little bit. But
Are we gonna look at seeing if we can do something about that? Cause
Hindsight, we should have used larger rock because in the last 2 years we've had a lot of flooding, or the water, not flooding, that's how it's supposed to do, but
right.
it's causing some issues, which we hadn't had that in the past, so.
There's actually more below the water than what's above. They know, because we put 5 or 6 feet below.
it's a total of 6 or 8 foot total.
I thought it was 3 and 3.
3 and 3.
Yeah.
So probably now, there's probably 4 feet below the water. That's what it's fallen in. But
Just
we
'cause
we can get an idea of cost into it.
Okay, because when we first did, it looked really good, and I think it was helping keeping the geese numbers down. I'm afraid now we're gonna have geese start showing up again, and it just doesn't look as nice as it did.
And you have problems with kids throwing rocks in too.
Then the other one had, this would be something we probably have to request to the county. I had somebody on 79th Street, because we're getting ready to close, well, because 71st Street Grand is closed out west of town. 79th Street is a paved street, you know, West Street. If they come back down West Street's not, so that's not where the detour is sending people. But a lot of people will go around that detour, that's the way they'll go. There are no speed limit signs on 79th Street, even though it's paved. Actually, there is a sign facing east and west between Broadway and Seneca on 79th Street. But from Seneca west, there is no more speed limit signs. And from Seneca to Meridian is paved, and from Meridian to West Street is paved.
There's a speed
And I was wondering if we could get with the county and request speed limit signs on those streets, because we are gonna have citizens that are going around that way. And
So nice.
I just think that that would probably be a good idea for us to maybe request that.
I'm pretty sure unmarked county roads are 55.
Well, I think they are too, but I also know it's different if they're paved than if they're not. And just because I don't understand why between Seneca and Broadway's got marked, and it's marked at 45.
Right.
But from Seneca West, it's not marked. And honestly, I don't really want to see 55 through there. That's why I'd kind of like to see them look at it. Maybe they'd keep that 45 all the way through. But I would just like that requested, just so we can see.
We can see whatever the county speed limit is supposed to be.
Right.
Sure.
I appreciate that. That's all I have. Thanks.
Ms. Barton?
Back in February of 2016, you guys had asked Allison to look at an ordinance about a nuisance for excessive lighting from a neighbor. My understanding is there wasn't anything done with it, so.
We've since asked Josh to look at it,
Okay.
and he said a lot of those are in the planning, zoning, and different additions. And what I've talked to Will and him about is see if we can get it into the nuisance code.
Okay.
If we go the other way, that becomes quite a process
Right.
of changing planning, zoning, and all those type of things. So there's some things we'll have to do, because we have to know how to measure it and what the measure is going to be, and so on and so forth. So,
Okay.
yeah, we have to talk to Josh about that.
Okay.
Mr. Cunningham?
I realize this is not a city thing, and it was brought up last time, and somebody mentioned checking and seeing what's going on Meridian. And as near as I can tell, nothing's going on Meridian.
Got that right.
And it's getting to be insane, really. We're looking at an amount of time that compares to probably what it took to build the bridge in the first place. So I don't understand what's happening there. Does anybody have any idea?
The only idea we have is what Weber told us, and what did he tell us last time?
And when they got into it, there were some structural things that they had to fix. That's why it took longer than originally.
Didn't they give us something into the July timeframe now?
What we recently did was check on it to figure out the exact detour and if we needed to have it for the entire length of our project. And they said, yeah, their project's going to extend past the end of ours. So I don't have it in time yet.
It's going to extend past July, which means who knows when.
But they're not working on it.
And we may have an opportunity Friday to get some face-to-face answers from them.
Like I say, I realize it's not a city project, but it affects people that live in town, and it's just
It's pretty narrow up there too.
It's past the point of ridiculous quite a while back.
Well, a lot of people think it is the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, it's
Because
county project.
yes,
Right.
I have to tell them that over and over again.
Probably have to put a sign up that says this is not a city.
Your county tax dollars at work.
Yeah, that would be a lot.
Your city council.
Yeah.
We'll find out as much as we can. So far, we've not been real successful on getting good dates.
Right.
We'll push it again with Weber and Public Works Director.
Thank you.
Mr. Gordon?
Tony, I don't know if this goes to you, or I'm sure it probably goes to you, but we've been trying to utilize, the weather's been pretty nice and utilizing the bike paths and all that stuff over there, but from Grand to Public Works and around that area that runs along the drainage ditch, there are several areas on that sidewalk that is crumbling and busted. I've brought this up before and nothing was ever done. I mean, it's getting to the point, there's a couple of places now that it's getting hazardous. And, you know, I mean, we're trying to, we got a beautiful place around here and I enjoy walking and all that, but I mean, when you walk along and you see concrete crumbling and stuff like that, it just really doesn't. I mean, I understand money and all that, but still.
Especially when it comes to safety issue, that's something we can address, so.
And I do have pictures. I just not have had time to fill out and get the pictures turned in, but I do have pictures.
We can go on the whole thing. There's probably more than one on the whole bike paths that over the time that we probably ought to see what it's going to take to repair them all.
Right.
And be part of our capital improvement plan. Yeah. Repair all those spots out there.
Okay, that'll work.
Other concerns, council? Seeing none, we'll go to item B, which is council item request updates, 239.
See, on June 23rd, our code enforcement officer, Kyle Berger, inspected the property again, and all violations were taken care of at that time. He did find some other properties in that area that are being addressed right now.
Case 63.
On this one here, it appears the tenant does not have trash service. He has made contact with the landlord of the property. The landlord has advised him that on Wednesday a trash cart will be delivered, hoping that take care of the bringing the trash. So we'll follow up, or if you guys see anything else, let us know, please.
Very good. Thanks, Tony. Item 14, adjournment.
Mayor, council make a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Second.
Motion second to adjourn. They're ready. Discussion. Question.
Kessler.
Yes.
Knaga.
Yes.
Rarden.
Yes.
Ewert.
Yes.
Benner.
Yes.
Parton.
Yes.
Crum.
Yes.
Thompson.
Yes.